Okay. I think it's recording. Pretty sure. So, Scorpion helmet. I just put the camera higher with the chunk of Velcro in front of it still. I'm trying to look through the damn camera. Let me use my hand. I don't know. Put my helmet all the way up too. First day, it's not raining. In like 3 days. $450, huh? Who the fuck needs an all-wheel drive Lexus SUV? Southern California. So I've had probably 3 or 4 different cameras I've tried vlogging with. It's been like a plague. Like, I wanted to start years ago, and I mean, every camera had a fucking hitch. Like, I've been trying to, without any heavy modifications. You know, a lot of you guys are doing some crazy stuff with your cameras. Like 88 Hawaii, he's put on his visor, Mordet fucking is in front of his face. You know, like, I didn't want to do anything like that. I wanted it to be practical. I wanted it to be not a huge hindrance. I didn't want to be. I didn't want a huge camera in front of my face either. I tried the Sony, like the small T Sonys. Like Vansel has this. Well, he used to have a small Sony like digital picture camera, but he used it to do video. And I got the newer version of those cameras, quite a few of them, because they were small and stuff like that. They worked well. However, there was a non-listed in any information max 10 minutes for the video, and it would just stop. It would just stop recording in 10 minutes. Which, I mean, what kind of horse shit is that? So yeah, I dyed my mirrors, as you can tell. They still shake a little bit. During the day, it's not bad. At night, with the headlights, I don't know yet. It looks like a new Pontiac Solstice. They remodeled it. Weird. Nice. Today's Sunday, so forgive me if I see other motorcyclists and I curse at them. I don't, well, I ride every day. Rain or shine, you know, I ride every day. And, I don't like the guys that just ride on the weekends. Like, I don't like that, you know, they can't ride during the week. I don't like that, you know, it's dangerous. It's dangerous to do something like, maybe, you know, these guys don't go out every weekend, usually. I mean, of course, some people do, but usually these guys just, you know, the occasional motorcycle rider, it's dangerous, honestly. And that's the guys that go down, you know, and I've seen it over and over again. The guys that don't get off, you know, are always in tune, you know, and are really like one with the motorcycle and what they're doing. And the guys that are, you know, just do it every once in a while, you know, it's more dangerous. Despite, I think I talked about this, the logic that the less time you spend on it, the less dangerous it is. So after riding the Hyosung GT250R, I rode it for about a week or two, I don't know. And I almost forgot that thing took gas. And like now, riding my bike all the time, and mind you, I ride on the freeway like I'm doing now, okay? And in my mind, I don't think I'm a terribly aggressive rider. I understand, I don't really take it easy. Well, this is me taking it easy. I mean, it's like I get terrible gas mileage compared to that bike, you know? And I don't know, I'm not getting terrible gas mileage. I get probably 35 at the worst on this bike. Okay, 35 miles per gallon at the worst. Mostly freeway. I guess now it's mostly with the passenger. Yeah, but that other bike, I mean, you know, it's plenty of fun. I can't, obviously, it's not, acceleration is not as fast, but, you know, thing will do 90 miles an hour, 90 plus miles an hour. And some guys argue you never need to go that fast. For all of you, see, there you go, typical, you know, Sunday fucking, oh man. Alright, I'll stop there. I'll leave those guys alone. Fucking vaginas. Anyway. You know, and just keep in mind, I've been impressed by some of these guys. You know, some of these guys I thought, you know, like, oh, fucking Sunday rider, you know, like, oh, great. They've kept up with me in traffic, you know. Rarely, of course, rarely. But some of them, you know, can hold their own. Not all of them are the same. I'm sorry for prejudging them, stuff like that. You know, I'll wave at them, even though they're not cool, you know. So, they just got behind me. I hope they don't think we're gonna ride together, or we're gonna have a good time on it. Ice cream social. That was my goodbye wave. Fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, just heard bike go way back. Oh yeah. So you guys, usually it's just guys on forums, not so much online. I mean, like YouTube and stuff, but guys, you know, like just wish people that broke the law would die, you know, it's like terrible, like, oh my god, you know, you're speeding, you know, like, boo-hoo. Okay, listen, I will use your logic against you, and that's how I win. Okay, so you've never gone more than maybe 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour, depending on the speed limit is. Maybe you've never gone past, maybe you've got on the freeway and never gone past 65 miles an hour. You have no experience compared to me and everybody else, okay? So you've never gotten your bike maybe out of first gear, second gear, because you don't need to. Wow. There you go, you guys. Hope you got that. Volkswagen Beetle for the loot. So yeah. So you have no experience. You have no experience in relativity compared to us, because we've gone faster, you know, high-speed maneuvering, freeway splitting lanes, canyons, stuff like that, track days, you know what I mean? Like, you've never gotten your bike out of first gear or second gear, depending on the bike, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. A Super Sport 600 will do sometimes 90 miles an hour in first gear, okay? Which means you have no reason ever to get out of first gear. You have no experience compared to us. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous, you know what I mean? And how can somebody that has no experience cast such a big stone? It's like, fuck off, dude, right? He who is without sin. I mean, and most people are religious, so I can hit him with that, you know? It's like, come on, dude, come on, please. If what I was doing was a danger to anybody else, of course, I wouldn't be doing this shit in a car, let me tell you. Because it's dangerous to me, it's dangerous to everybody else. And I'm a big thinker of the greater good. And you know what? If more people rode motorcycles, there'd be a lot less accidents. There'd be a lot less traffic. Because you know what? On motorcycles, for the most part, of course, and I'll speak in generalities, you have to pay attention to what you're doing, okay? I'm not playing on my laptop. I'm not calling my buddy. I'm not texting my friend. I'm not putting on my goddamn makeup. I'm riding a motorcycle, and I'm talking to myself, but I can still concentrate. This is a one-handed, by the way. Now, on my way, not just the first time I'm one-handed. On my records, again. I've had a huge problem with like the camera angle. Back to my original point. Camera angle on these cameras. Usually I don't have a big problem with putting them in my helmet. The big problem is getting enough angle to show up and not like stare at my gauges like my other videos. Hopefully this one is different. Hopefully this is my fucking solution. And if it isn't, probably on my way back, I will put it even higher. Because it doesn't obstruct my view at all. I can see my gauges without moving my head, and I can see everything. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. And this is even higher than I normally put the camera. So, yeah, I mean, I can move it higher. It's just been like fucking plaguing me. Like I said, I wanted to do this years ago. It's been a big, huge pain in the ass, and like, it's been a huge pain in the ass to find a video editing program that works, you know, like Vegas has been a pain in my ass. Windows Movie Maker fucking was perfect until it stopped working. Hey-oh, Microsoft, you know. Like, I would put stuff together in Windows Movie Maker, and then the audio would still be there, and the video would like disappear. And I mean, I've tried everything, and it's fucking horseshit. But now, you know, years later, I have Windows 7, and I just downloaded Windows Movie Maker. Oh, I slipped. I have to get used to wearing the riding boots all the time. I mean, every time I wear them, I'm like getting used to them. Oh, there, perfect example. Dude, perfect example. Just like the guys right on Sundays, right? They're always making mistakes. Every time I wear these boots, I make mistakes because they're actually riding boots. However, I don't wear them all the time. So when I do, shit happens. Is that a quad ATC in the back of this thing? So I stop right here on the edge of this thing. Now, some people don't know how signals work. I'll try and look at it better next time. Signals work. Oh, there's a bit. I was gonna say maybe some mistakes. Nope, that one you can't really see. But there's circles carved in, and you can see where they sealed over them in the road at the signal lights. Of course, before the signals, where you would stop. There and there. There's Angel Stadium. Hopefully you can see that. I guess it is Angel Stadium. I thought it was Edison Field. I thought that's what they called it. Maybe they did call it that. One hand. So yeah, so that's where you stop. I mean, it's your normal lane position anyway. It's not like you have to be in the middle of the lane, because you shouldn't. But yeah, you trip the signals, and the thing is, the motorcycle's electromagnetic field usually isn't big enough because, you know, the bike's mostly plastic actually. And it's not enough metal to trigger the signals. Oh, that water was dry a couple times it came. To trip it, and I got a signal sorcerer, which is a product you could buy to supposedly expand the magnetic field to trip the signals. You know, you're supposed to put it parallel with the ground, as close to the ground as possible, to help with that, and it does help. However, like most of the left-hand, I don't know what it is, but those fucking left-hand turn signals here, there's no lines, I don't see them. So this might be just on a timer. Small signals, usually they just put on timers, because it's too much work to put those sensors. There's a sensor there. Yep, forgot what I was talking about.